Anyway, this is going to be a DVD and a Blu-ray update. I got a fair amount of stuff. I'm going to get straight to it. Right, first up to DVD. I watched this the other day, mainly because I'm a big kind of Harryhausen fan. It's Valia Guanji. Pretty good. I mean, like with a lot of these kind of Harryhausen films, like the Sinbad films, I tend to fast forward the bullshit to Harryhausen's great effects. That's what you watch these movies for, It's not too bad. I think, is it James Franciscus in this? He's pretty good. That bit really pissed me off for some reason when the guy lances the... No, it's not a Triceratops, it's not a Styracosaurus. I'm not really too sure what it is. I know it's of that kind of ilk. I used to be really good with dinosaurs, I can't remember. But when he's fighting the Allosaurus, he kind of spears it. And then it kind of loses the fight and gets killed by the Allosaurus. Thankfully he gets eaten by the Allosaurus, which is what it got. Yeah, he deserved it for getting involved. It wasn't his fight to get involved with. Why the fuck he did that? But it's not bad. Put like there's a good fight with an elephant in that, the Allosaurus as well. There's some good stuff in there. This is a Blu-ray, The Assault. It's about it's based on a true story. Christmas Eve '94. I think Arab terrorists seize hold of a plane with some 227 hostages, and a French GIGN team come in and help them. I mean, the GIGN, I think my first kind of familiarity with it is Modern Warfare. So if anything like that, this film is bound to kind of kick ass. Yeah, I hear good things about that. Right, what did I get? Also got another Blu-ray. I've meant to pick this up for a while. I saw a trailer of it. I like Sean Bean in most things really. Clean Skin. He's what is he? Yeah, he's a Secret Service agent going up against a terrorist cell. The violence looks pretty good. It looks very kind of Bourne-esque with some of the violence, that sort of quick, hard-hitting kind of violence. So yeah, I picked that up pretty cheap. Right, I also picked up on Blu-ray. I managed to get this really cheap from Amazon.com. It's a digibook of Chariots of Fire. I've never seen this film. I've seen it in like little bits and pieces here and there, but I have to say it's a really nice digibook. There's John Gielgud there. It's got a great cast, man, as well. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, I definitely recommend that. I'm sure the film will be great as well. I recently made an order as well from Hong Kong of a fair few kind of films, kind of a mixed kind of bag of like some Shaw Brothers stuff that not all kind of come in yet. But this recent order I got Big Heat. This is a really awesome film. The violence in this is fantastic. I'm trying to remember myself kind of what kind of goes on. Yeah, it's a police inspector. Yeah, one of his informants gets killed in Malaysia. There's an amazing decapitation. There's one scene, a real standout scene, when a guy gets hit by a car. He's being pursued by him. This perp, gets knocked off an intersection straight into another oncoming car. Then gets run over by another car. Then a lorry just obliterates him. I was in pieces laughing. But really, the violence is really good in this. The ending's really funny as well. That's a real good one. I picked up. This is pretty good. This is Shaw Brothers. Men from the Gutter. Now it's pretty slow in places, but it's worth it for the payoff at the end. I don't know who the guy is, but I'm pretty sure he's doing his own stunts of. Oh God, what is it? He's not from Hong Kong. I think he could be Thai. The guy they're going up against. But the stunt at the end is absolutely unbelievable. It's really good. Now the last one I got from that order, and a standout by an absolutely country mile, is Mercenaries from Hong Kong. This is absolutely brilliant. I think this is 1982. The director, I would definitely say, has seen Wild Geese. Has a lot of similarities with it. But it takes like the best bits of Wild Geese and then just expands upon them, and this is even better. There's kind of a small group of mercenaries. they go into, I think it's Laos, or it could be Cambodia, I'm not too sure. And they attack this massive kind of camp. The attack on the camp is absolutely amazing. The violence is brilliant. Oh man, there's it's got a great body count. It's really funny. Totally over the top. I would thoroughly recommend this to anybody. Honestly, it's absolutely brilliant. It's one of the best films I've seen for a long time. It's really great action film. Right, I picked up, how many were the Korean films? I picked up 3 Korean films recently. I picked up this, it's My Way. It's a Korean war film. Again, it's got that little addendum of most powerful war films since Saving Private Ryan. I can't read where that's from because it's too small, but that's same old bullshit. But yeah, this was an absolutely brilliant film. 2 kind of rival marathon runners. They get pressed into the Japanese army, and then they get captured by Russians. While the Japanese are fighting the Russians, they get pressed into the Russian army, and then when they're fighting with the Russians, they get pressed into the German army after a Russian defeat. And yeah, it kind of got, you know, I don't want to reveal too much about it, but it's an absolutely brilliant film. You know, I thoroughly recommend that. To be fair, there's a lot of films I'd recommend from this update. I've really had a chance to watch a lot more, so because sometimes when I comment, you know, I haven't seen that many, but I've seen a few of these. Now, this film I haven't seen yet. It's Siddiq Bale. It's about Taiwanese Aboriginals, kind of tribal warriors, you know, resisting the Japanese invasion. Yeah, because they occupied Korea in the 1890s, didn't they? The Japanese, and you know, invaded. I'm not sure when they invaded China. Was it 36 or 37? Yeah, but I hear this is real good. I'd like to get maybe the special edition from Taiwan. That's a beautiful edition. It's quite pricey. Also, as well, I know this comes with a slip cover. If anybody could help me out, I'd really be appreciated. I'm quite anal when it comes to kind of slip covers, particularly if I know a release has one. And I really should have got it, you know, from where I ordered it from, you know. It'd been quite nice to have it, but yeah, but you know, I'm looking forward to watching that. I picked up, I'll show the other Korean films. I've got a few more Korean films. I'll show this now. Really good film. Get the Gringo. Now, Mel Gibson, I mean, he can kind of do what he likes in his private life. I don't really care. I like him as an actor. He's very entertaining, and he's good in this. I try to look, if I judge all actors by their private lives, I probably hate most people. So, you know, like Sean Penn, I don't really like him. You know, I don't really like him as a person, but he's a great actor. So, you know, if you think about that, you never watch anything, will you? He's a kind of a bank robber. His car crashes over the Mexican border in pursuit of American cops. He gets his money taken off by these corrupt Mexican cops, gets thrown into this jail, and it all kicks off from there. It's a great film. Peter Stormare's in a small role in this as well. The kid who plays the young kind of Mexican kid who befriends Mel Gibson inside is a good little actor. Normally when they cast kind of child actors, they're quite fucking irritating, but yeah, man, this is a real good film. Really good. I really enjoyed it. It's a good little action film. Yeah, just a good kind of fun film. Right, I picked up as well. I got this from Korea. Really unbelievable film. It's Nameless Gangster Digibook. I'm trying to get some of the light here so you can see. Yeah, you can see the face there. The actors from The Chase. They played the Silk and The Chase, and he was in The Yellow Sea. It's an absolutely awesome film. I was saying, I was talking to one of my mates, and I said this would absolutely make a brilliant steelbook. That cover there with all the group. Basically, the guy on the left you'll recognise there. He's from I Saw the Devil, plays the killer. There you go. He's a kind of a rival kind of gangster. He's basically a poor kind of a customs official. Gets his kind of, he finds this kind of concealment of drugs and befriends this Korean gangster who's got ties with the Yakuza. He's really good as well. He's kind of second in command. He's brilliant as well. He's really good. It's kind of like the district attorney. and basically they begin to kind of branch out into kind of organised crime. There's a scene when that guy gets beaten out of a club and he comes back. It's the scene, it's this bit where they go around and just basically just rip this club apart. It's brilliant, man. The ending's fantastic as well. It's got a great feel to it. This digibook's absolutely beautiful. It's so weird to see that guy from, you know, when you watch him in I Saw the Devil. He was in a historical film from the director of another film I'm going to be showing soon. It's about the Korean admiral from the 16th century. I've just forgotten his name, fighting against the Japanese. Guy with the turtle ships. I can't really remember his name at the moment, but I'm sure it'll be good. But it's a great film. I'm going off the subject, but that's a brilliant release and an absolutely fucking awesome film. Right, I picked up 2 Steelbooks, and these are kind of going like hotcakes already. The first one less so. The Iron Man 2 one. I've got the one from Taiwan, but you know, this is nice. I wanted to pick this up. Yeah, it's a great release. I mean, this one now has gone on eBay for around about the £30 mark. I mean, that's not as bad, but this one, the first Iron Man, I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful, it's a beautiful Steelbook. Look at that, you know, it's almost like a glow kind of the eyes thing. It's beautiful. It's a really nice Steelbook. This one is probably going to go for daft money soon, because Play had a small stock increase of the second film around about noon time, about 11, between noon and this morning. They've kind of gone now. They won't be getting this back in. But yeah, it's a very nice release, and you know it's going to go. You can just see it going for just ridiculous money. Probably not as daft as a Future Shot one for money, but we'll probably get there. Right, I picked up another Steelbook of an absolutely magnificent film. I've seen a lot of good films this month, as I said, but this film is just absolutely amazing. Really, I saw it in one of Donnie's updates, and you know, because I was waiting for ages for this package to kind of arrive. It had this, A Nameless Gangster, and there's another one that's kind of gone a bit of a way for a box set I ordered. It still hasn't come yet, but it's War of the Arrows. It's basically about, 'cause I don't want to kind of spoil too much. A young Korean, I think the kingdom would have been the Joseon kingdom then. He has to flee as a child, where his father gets accused of being a traitor. It's not really explained much at the beginning, but later on, as he's growing up, he's kind of a famed kind of hunter, and it basically, the second Manchurian invasion of Korea kicks off. I think it's around 1627 or 29, and he's basically, he's kind of small town, he gets put to the sword, and his sister gets kidnapped, and he goes after them. But he's at the same time, he's being pursued by kind of an elite guard of Manchurian archers who look absolutely fucking badass. I can't. The armour in this looks so great. The look of the warriors looks brilliant. Has a real kind of vibe, almost an apocalypto type vibe, but with its own twist on things. You know, that's not. It's nothing like it's only like Apocalypto in the pursuit, but apart from one or two scenes with slight dodgy CGI involving some animals, I won't spoil it. The film is an absolute masterpiece. The scene when he is being pursued by the Manchurian archers over a gorge, and they're jumping over the gorge to pursue him. It's just fucking awesome. It's really brilliant film. It was an absolute joy to watch, honestly. This comes with a DVD version as well, which is I think it's got around 6-7 minutes extended stuff, which includes some violence. But this is brilliant. I would thoroughly recommend this to anybody. It's absolutely brilliant. It really is. Right, last up as well, I got a DVD I've been looking forward to for watching a long time. I watched this as a kid. It's just been released by Olive Films, and it's The Boogans. Absolutely, in my opinion, one of the best horror films of the 80s. It's got such great atmosphere, great music or lack of, you know, depending on the situation, which is great for building up tension. The acting, you know, hasn't got kind of irritating teens, and they're around about that sort of the 23, 24-year-old mark. Kind of like My Bloody Valentine, which you cared about the characters a bit more. You've got crazy old man who knows a bit about the story, great monsters. just great feel. Honestly, it's an absolute gem of a film. It really is. I can't praise it highly enough. It's I saw it as a kid, and you know, it needed an official DVD release for ages. I'm really glad it's got one. You know, they've done a great job with the film. You know, the quality, the visual quality is very, very good. Truthfully, you know, if you like your 80s horror films, and considering it was going up against so many slasher films at the time, you know, I mean, it was the market was saturated with so many kind of slasher films. This is a real gem. It's fantastic. Honestly, it's very, very, very atmospheric. Great little film. Really, really, you know, it's very, very good. I'd thoroughly recommend it. And yeah, that is the end of this update. Also as well, I'd like to give kind of like a small shout out to 42nd Street Forever. He's going through his Redux videos again, and I'll put his link below. You need to check out his collection, man. He's got a fucking brilliant collection. Kind of inspired me to kind of do videos. He's, you know, brilliant collection. Nice guy as well. So yeah, that's the end of the update, and I'll be back probably with another one in a few weeks' time. So yeah, cheers.